The kid was dead. The kid wasn't sick, the kid wasn't sleeping. The kid wasn't going to get up in the morning anymore or get the runs from eating too many apples or catch poison ivy or wear out the eraser on the end of his Ticonderoga No. 2 during a hard math test. The kid was dead, stone dead. When I die, I just want to be cremated. Pretty simple. A walk through Morningside Park reminds me a lot of the area where I grew up in, where when I was about 9 or 10, I want to say 9, might have been closer to 10, I found a dead body floating in a creek right near where I grew up. When I first saw the body, I was terrified because even as a little kid, I think if you see a body, the first thing you think of is whatever caused this person to become deceased is still somewhere in the area. I mean, it wasn't exactly decomposing, it just kind of had all the color drained from it. It looked out of place, it looked kind of almost alien. It sort of took on sort of an inhuman quality to it. They were actually wearing a knit cap on the top of their heads and pretty beat up running shoes, old white Reebok type things. I wasn't gonna examine the brand name when I found the body, but pretty sure they were Reeboks. The body that I found was actually of a homeless man who kind of hung out around a strip mall in the area, scavenging for cans and pretty much whatever he could find that he could sell. And his name was Angelo. I never knew the guy's last name, but he was kind of a little bit of a local legend. It was odd seeing this person that you saw almost on a weekly basis that was dead, but it was someone that you didn't really know. It was kind of like finding a really quiet classmate that you remembered from grade school, but you never actually talked to, and you found him years later. About a week after I found the body, there was an obituary for him in the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. They did say his name and that he had died of pneumonia, apparently. Since it was the first time I really ever saw death up close, I think it did become a bit more tangible to me, and it made, I wouldn't say it made a lot more sense, it definitely became a little bit more realistic. This was the first time I found a dead body. It wasn't the last time I would find a dead body. When I first got the job at the May of the Mist ride, I was doing tickets. I just got done unloading an enormous batch of ponchos for the day, and I was pulled off that job because they had enough people doing it and told to go sweep up around the dock. Went through my normal cleaning routine, and when I got down towards the bottom of the docks was when I noticed something in the water, and it was a body. It was floating face down, and the body was just completely still, motionless. It had shoes on of some kind, but I didn't really notice if there were any sort of brand name or anything like that. I kind of had a bunch of different emotional reactions to it at once. It was kind of shock at first, which is natural, and just this overwhelming sense of irony that I had managed to find not one but 2 dead bodies in the span of about 15 years. I don't think many people outside of war veterans and bounty hunters could really claim anything other than that. I never found out who the person was or how they died. Finding bodies at Niagara Falls is more common than I think people around here would like to admit. Next to the Golden Gate Bridge, it's the second biggest suicide magnet in the world. I think they'd rather people did that shit at home. The only thing that I've learned from all this is that I have really terrible luck. Bodies just seem to follow me everywhere. It's a good sandwich. I hate this town. Good sandwiches though.